Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. Well, as you know, and as we've said in all of the other previous pre-records, and I apologize ahead of time, I have had a lot of coffee today, but we have been very open about the fact that we are going to be doing the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion right here today, tonight, because tomorrow we're going to be initiating our move. Now, with that, guys, we're not back to talk about the Salt Lake City reunion, but I wanted to give you a heads up, and you can go over to our community poll or community tab, check the polls, but also check out what time we're going to be going live. That way you can join us. We're back to talk about Savannah Chrisley, who is saying that her life has been falling apart since her parents went to prison, and that was a week ago yesterday. It's a very strong statement. I want to know why. So go ahead and comment below. But before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in. I meant before you go on to the next part. Let's jump right in. Bye.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So a new article came out from Yahoo, and it's talking about Savannah Chrisley, and she's saying that her life has been falling apart since her parents, Todd and Julie, both went to prison. Obviously, that's not going to be easy, but on the latest episode of the Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley podcast, the host, Savannah Chrisley, reported on how she's fared since her parents, Todd and Julie, have reported to prison on January 17th. I mean, I wouldn't imagine that it would be like a cakewalk. I wouldn't imagine that it would be a walk in the park. And on top of that, she's supposed to be taking custody of two kids, right? I believe it's Grayson and Chloe. Yeah. Did I tell you guys? Hold on real quick. Did I tell you that I had one of her kids message me on Instagram and say that, I hope you find Jesus. I hope you find a path. I hope you find life. I hope you find a way, because you're talking about my parents. I'm like, girl, so is everybody else. I mean, you guys signed up for a reality show. You made the money to do it. And now you got busted in some shit that you're saying that you didn't do, talking about your parents, which they allegedly did, because they're claiming that they did not do, and they're still trying to appeal it. But I'm just saying everyone's talking about it, not just me. That's all. The Chrisley Knows Best star convicted of tax evasion and bank fraud in June. Both stars, technically, are serving a combined 19 years behind bars. 12 years for Todd at Florida's Federal Correctional Institution, Pensacola, and 7 for Julie at the Federal Medical Center, Lexington, in Lexington, Kentucky. Now, on top of that, last week was an extremely difficult week for my family as a whole, for each of us individually. That's what Savannah said at the top of the show. We kind of had to say goodbye to my parents for somewhat, for a little bit of time, for the foreseeable future. And that was really, really, really tough. And I haven't filmed a podcast since then. The podcast that's going to be airing today that you're watching was filmed prior to my life falling apart. I mean, I feel bad for her. I don't want to sit here and make a joke out of it, because it's just like when I talk about anyone. It's like when I talk about Jen Shah's kids or the Chrisley's kids or anybody who creates like a situation like this. And the kids, unfortunately, have to deal with the repercussions. I feel so bad. Like, did you know that your parents were allegedly doing this stuff? Probably not. Did you foresee them going to prison when they're buying multi-million-dollar Nashville mansions? Probably not. But is that what is the hand that you've been dealt? Yeah, it is. That's the hand that you've been dealt. And it's shitty. She explained that the episode, which was recorded on January 12th, Julie's birthday, didn't reflect the tumultuousness that was going on in her personal life now. It may seem happy-go-lucky, and during that time, I think it's because there was a lot of hope that was had. And I wasn't faced with the reality of the situation, so I just kind of wanted to throw this in there to address that, because I know a lot of people are going to be like, whoa, what is this? And this was kind of pre-life falling apart. And now podcasts that I do going forward will be post. She's just changing everything. Savannah said the very next episode will be a checkup on other family members. Next week, I'll be having a very intense one-on-one podcast with myself, kind of giving an update where my life is at, where things stand, how the kiddos are, nanny, all of the above. So, and give an update on my parents, because you guys don't have one yet. And I'm really looking forward to giving that update because I've seen God work in the craziest of circumstances. She also expressed gratitude for those standing by the reality TV family. She expressed gratitude. I got a hate message. Understand there's a difference. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for supporting me, my family, and Unlocked. That's what Savannah said, who is taking custody of 16-year-old brother Grayson and her niece Chloe, who's 10 years old, was raised by Todd and Julie. Meanwhile, the couple has maintained their innocence, and their lawyer has said that they plan to appeal. I mean, the comments are wild. Of course, her world is falling apart. She lived in a bubble of wealth and privilege, and now the bubble has burst due to her parents' criminal activity. Her life is now going to be much different and more challenging than before. No one to blame but her parents for raising her and her siblings in a lifestyle created by illegal activity/fraud. She's still in the same bubble. Other people have to do what she's doing with nothing and don't have TV or money to help. Okay. She makes plenty of money on her own and made money off the show and the podcast, and they show that she was with her brother. She will be just fine. No reason for any of us to care. Your life isn't that bad. Take a walk outside and see what life could be like for you. Go visit the local Boys and Girls Club. Go to a homeless shelter. It might wake you up a little bit. It doesn't stop there, guys. I'm going to read just a couple more real quick, just to give you an idea of how people are reacting. I have no sympathy for any adults in this family because of tax fraud. They have been living the high life using the money they stole from the rest of us. I hope that they have a paycheck and they have to pay back every cent from what they've stolen from all of us taxpayers. Has she given any thought to how the people's lives will fall apart when her parents bankrupted banks, did not pay vendors, etc.? How about some concern for their victims? And last one that I'm going to read. Well, if God is in control, then it's God's will that they will be in jail for their offenses against God's commandments. This is not uncommon. Prisons are full of God's will. This happens every day to folks that are less advantageous socioeconomic status than she is, and they deal with it. Quit crying about what you cannot change. Put on your big girl pants and deal with it. I get so awkward with shit like this. All right, guys, I don't want to just put this out there and not ask your opinion. Obviously, we know that Savannah Chrisley is saying that her life has been falling apart since her parents, Todd and Julie, have surrendered themselves into prison. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. So go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think. Again, don't forget that we are going live tonight for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, part 1 of the reunion, and we will be posting polls along the way. I love you guys, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.